got a big ass mouth.
Hey y'all, welcome back. What's up? So, you guys, I don't know if y'all have had a chance to tune into the new season of Baddies West on Zeus, but if you haven't, let me go ahead and break it down for you. So, on the show, there's a rapper by the name of Stunna Girl, and if you kept it no secret, but if you don't know, Stunna Girl is the rapper who back in I think it was 2018, 19, she kidnapped another rapper by the name of Rocky Bad. She kidnapped her with a group of men. It was her and her manager. Basically lied to her to get her to come to LA under the false pretenses of doing an event. She was kidnapped, beaten her and her manager. She was put in a dog cage, and she was like stumped in the stomach and beat really badly by a group of men with guns, which resulted in her having to have some internal surgery done and have her stomach cut open. So, yeah, brutal, I know. So, it's caused a lot of controversy, and it's posed the question to a lot of people, why is she on TV, let alone on Zeus, the most rowdiest, ratchetest, craziest network there is at this point in time? Like, why is this girl even allowed to be on here doing these things, judging by her history? So I wanted to give you guys a little bit of background, but I'm not going to go into the full details of everything that happened, because the beef that happened that led up to Rocky Bad getting assaulted that bad as she did was I think it was like it's like a 10-year long beef, but at the time it was like a 3, maybe 4-year long beef that was going on between Rocky Bad and Molly Brazy. And at the time there was some female rappers from Texas, Asian Dial, Cuban Dial, Honey also. And I'll link the video here that basically breaks down the entire timeline of their drama leading up to Rocky being stabbed and everything like that. But the short of it is, at one point in time, there was a Detroit rapper by the name of Molly Brazy, and she was a young and upcoming Detroit rapper. She was getting co-signed by a lot of male artists in Detroit and a lot of underground male artists, and it was within a very short time span of her beginning her rap career. Now, Rocky Bad, who had been in the game for a few years at that time, I think she's about maybe 5 or 6 years older than Molly Brazy. She was kind of jealous. The baby girl was kind of salty about it, and she threw some shots at Molly, and that started this whole rap beef. Now, at this time, Molly was next up. Like I said, Molly was getting a lot of cosigns. Molly had did a song with Trina. She was getting a lot of mainstream attention, and everybody thought Molly was going to be Glorilla. For all intents and purposes, Molly was Glorilla before there. Molly was supposed to be Glorilla before there was a Glorilla. So every female rapper who knew about Molly or was close to Molly was trying to attach themselves to Molly, I feel like, to, get that level of stardom that they thought she was about to get. So it was basically a case of a lot of people jumping in beef that didn't have anything to do with them because their homegirl was in it. So that's the long story short of it. But like I said, I'll link the video for you guys to go check that out. Now, once Molly and Rocky's beef got, to a point where they were doing disses to one another. They was going back and forth in interviews and on lives and things like that. That's when Cuban and Molly had an apartment together in Atlanta at the time. That's when Cuban really got in the beef real heavy. And, you know, turns out Cuban and Molly ended up falling out, and they weren't even friends anymore. However, Cuban then jumped in this beef for her homegirl. Now you got a beef with Rocky, and you ain't even friends with the girl you started the beef about. So, that ended up the beef ended up turning from Molly Brazy and Rocky into Cuban and Rocky. And their beef got real bad. Let me explain. So right before Cuban Dow and Molly Brazy ended up falling out, Cuban came to Detroit. And at this time, Cuban, Asian Dow, who else? Molly, Honey, a lot of female rappers were coming to Detroit and getting beats from this big producer named Helliva. He's literally like the biggest producer in Detroit. So they were coming, they were recording at his studio, and everybody was being managed by Joseph McFashion. Now, Joseph McFashion was like the P. Diddy, Suge Knight, Tyler Perry of Detroit at the time, because he had all of the big name Detroit underground rappers under his management company. At this time, this was circa 2016, 2017, 2018. Joseph was popping. So he was bringing up these girls from Texas that didn't know how to rap. Cuban, didn't know how to rap. And she was basically getting ghost writers from Detroit. And those men who were ghostwriting for her, was giving her these lyrics, and then they were featuring her in songs. So you was getting Molly and Cuban featured in songs with a lot of different men who were also being managed by Joseph. Follow me. So Cuban and Molly ends up falling out. Right before, literally days before the fallout happened, Cuban decides to come up here from Texas with Honey Oso and Asian Dial, go to Helliva studio and record 2 songs. One song was Gangsta Bitch.
I'm a gangsta bitch. I'm a pistol pop and get it out the mud, bitch. I'm the type of bitch you
feature Honey Oso, Asian Dial, and Cuban. It was a diss to Molly Brazy. So the other song that Cuban recorded that night was Sizzle. Sizzle was her diss to Rocky Bad.
We don't do no boxing, we gon' scissor Rocky. Drake pop, got her pop locking. We don't do no boxing, we gon' scissor Rocky. Drake pop, got her pop locking. If bitches know me, bitches know fuck Rocco. Be at every mall and for show.
So in the videos, they were both filmed in Helliva studio. One was filmed, I think, in like his game room with his pool table, and the other one was actually filmed in the studio / little kitchen area that he had in his studio. But Cuban is wearing, the videos are filmed at the same time in the same place, because Cuban is wearing the same clothes, and her nails are broke in both videos, her first 3 fingernails. So immediately after filming these videos and recording these songs, Cuban, Asian Dial, and Honey walk out the door and are confronted in the parking lot by Rocky Bad and her entourage. At which point, Rocky wants her one-on-one with Cuban. Asian Dial and Honey step to the side. Now, I don't know how that one-on-one was allowed to happen when Honey literally just said in a song about 10 minutes before they walked out the damn studio that it ain't no one-on-ones.
Bitches wanna fight, ain't no one-on-ones.
But I digress. So, anyway, Rocky Bad and Cuban get their one-on out in the parking lot. Rocky Bad beats the hell out of Cuban. Apparently, Joseph McFashion is in the background screaming, begging her friends to pull her up off of Cuban. It's just the whole thing out in this parking lot. So about 2 days after the fight happened, 2 or 3 days after the fight happened, Rocky released her video, Ragdoll. And this is where, ladies and gentlemen, shit got real. Follow me, camera.
I ain't scared of no bitch, ain't scared of Cuban either. Raps got y'all fooled, I know she ain't no shooter neither. Bitch thought it was sweet, till I caught her out of hell shit. Bitch was about to run, and I still ain't get my nails fixed. Fuck it, I'll be broke, but y'all bitches don't sell shit. Knew you hoes was weak, jumpin' some beat, so how you scared, bitch? It's the real beat, and I ain't come to play around this bitch. You in Detroit, I'm on your ass, so I can't stay around this bitch. I got a shooter with a drum.
So once Rocky released this diss song, it took off. The song goes viral. It hit like 1 million views within the first month or 2, something like that. Now, Sizzle and Ragdoll was released within, I think, like 3 days of each other, 3 or maybe a week of each other. And Sizzle, I think, hit in the first month about 100K views on YouTube. Ragdoll hit 1 million. So imagine, you are Cuban Doll and you just released a diss song on a girl, walked out the studio after doing the diss song and got beat up by the girl you just did the diss song on. And then she does a diss song about beating you up and it goes viral and basically stumps your diss song out. Nobody even listening to your song because Everybody want to hear the song about the girl that beat you up. So, so Cuban is frustrated. You know what I'm saying? Cuban is frustrated and she want her lick back. However, if anybody knows Cuban died for real, you know what I'm saying? Cuban ain't no street, ain't into the street stuff. You know what I'm saying? Cuban, she just hangs around people who are. She hangs around people who are gang affiliated. You know what I'm saying? Stunna Girl, Kodak, Molly, these people. She hung around, FMB DZ, All Star JR. She hangs around a lot of people who are gang affiliated because she's not gang affiliated. So yeah. So Cuban basically enlists at this point. She calls her homegirl Stunna Girl up in Cali and pays Stunna Girl to kidnap, beat, and humiliate Rocky and steal her chain.
That's that chain, bitch.
Think I'm lying? I show you the proof.
So that's when everything goes. The whole situation happens. Stunna Girl fakes like she's a promoter. She reaches out to Rocky's manager, has an event set up in LA, gets Rocky to fly out. Rocky flies out. She comes to the location that the event is supposed to be at. She's then ambushed by Stunna Girl. I think it was 5 or 6 men and a whole lot of guns. They jump her manager, beat them both up, take their phones, take their jewelry, stump Rocky in the stomach real bad, black her eye, put her in a dog cage, all of these things of this nature. And they kept her hostage in that dog cage for, X amount of hours, X amount of days, I'm not sure. So, now we are in 2023. Fast forward 5 years. We're in 2023. All of this happened in 2018. So, we 5 years in the future, and Stunna Girl is now on TV, And I'm going to dissect this. First of all, I want to dissect Natalie, and then we're going to get into Tommy, because this is just crazy. So, upon the show first coming on, you got Natalie sitting here talking to her mom, talking to her husband, and she's explaining the girls who are on the show. Now, when she gets to Stunna Girl, she's basically, I don't know if she's scared of Stunna Girl because of Stunna Girl's reputation, or if she's just trying to, ride Stunna Girl's coattails to more ratings, which is probably what Natalie is doing, because that's what Natalie's famous for doing. She did it with Gutta, you know what I'm saying? She did it with Jonathan. She did it with Milan. She does it with everybody. She finds somebody who is entertaining and who can hold views, and she just kisses their ass until they fall out. And then she replaces them with somebody else, with another viral sensation. So I'm assuming that's what she was doing, because she was really just playing it up. Like, oh, Stunna put bees in cages. Oh, Stunna do this, Stunna do that. Oh, yeah, she got street cred. She put another rapper in. Like, she was really glorifying it.
She's known for putting bitches in cages. She don't play. It's all over the internet.
I just feel like this. I think it was just released a couple of weeks ago. Natalie Nunn is the highest paid woman in reality TV right now. Natalie, you are an EP on your show. You're an EP of multiple shows. You are a writer and creator of 2 shows that I know about, Bad Boys Club and Baddies. And I think she's an EP over on Krishan's show as well, and on Bobby Light's show. So you wearing so many crowns at this point, Natalie. Like, do you really think it is smart, that it is productive, that it is business savvy, that it is any way, shape, or form proper for an almost 40-year-old, person who has these titles at this television company to be glorifying this street mess? And Natalie, you are in no way, shape, or form gangsta, girl. And that's my thing. You're sitting here speaking on something or glorifying something that you can't even get into. That if Rocky Bad put up on you, Natalie Nunn, you would be crying, pleading the fifth, ducking for cover. Like, if Rocky pulled up outside of a club today with the same goon she pulled up with on Cuban, Natalie, you probably shit your pants. So for you to be sitting here throwing shots at Rocky to try to glorify Stunner Girl, like, I understand ratings, I understand publicity, I understand promotion. It's just some stuff you don't do. And this is one of them things because Rocky's life could have been taken that day. You don't play with stuff like that unless you're ready to get in the field with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of us are from the hood. Natalie, you're not. You're not about that life. You can't handle that life. So it's just in your best interest to not speak on stuff like that and to stay up out that life because you can end up getting hands put on you real quick. You know what I'm saying? And that's just being real. Like, I would hate to see a situation to where Natalie is out with these girls and, the tour bus gets shot up or something like that because you hanging around somebody like a Stunner Girl trying to promote her beef and you don't know how real her beef is. Because Stunner Girl gets in real beef. Like, I don't know if y'all know that or not, but Stunner Girl gets in life or death situations on a regular basis. That is how she's famous. Like, her rap career is takes a back seat to her street career, to her street cred. So yeah. I just found it real tacky, real classless, and real tasteless how Natalie is promoting that. But and at her age, at your big old age, girl, whoo. So if you saw the first episode, you saw well, let's go back to the auditions. So at the auditions, I already knew that Sukihana and Tommy were more so trying to be contestants on the show than actually being judges and helping Natalie Nunn pick the cast. I knew they was trying to, get their foot in the door as cast members as well, which Tommy ended up successfully doing. Because they just kept going off on every person that came up. They kept trying to fight all of the cast, all of the people who was auditioning to be on the cast and things like that. So, when Stunner Girl came up, it was her turn to do her little audition thing. She got into it with Sukihana and Tommy and told them she would whoop their ass. So, Tommy jumps off the judges panel, throws a drink in her face, and Sukihana swings on her, and she's swinging back, and, the security breaks it up and all of that. Now, fast forward to the photo shoot, the promo photo shoot on the first episode of Baddies West. You got Tommy and Stunner Girl. Tommy's going to do her photo shoot. Stunner Girl just got done doing her photo shoot, and Stunner Girl comes across Tommy in the hallway, drags her to the ground, throws a drink in her face, beat her up, from behind. She snuck her, but, she got her good. So I guess that happened and Tommy was pressed about it. She was feeling like once it aired, she needed to get her lick back. So Tommy goes on Instagram and decides to join Rocky Bad's live. And girl, when I tell you it went down on that live, it went down.
Want to know what happened or how I feel about anything? Go listen to Rocky Bad with 2 Ds. Until then, I see bitches when I see bitches. That's that. Like, bitches ain't making no noise over here. The internet might hype that shit up, but in real life, ain't nobody ever disrespected me or played with me with that shit. And anybody that know me personally, no, that shit is dead. That shit is dead. If it was really land like that, bitches wouldn't be high. Until then, it's nothing to really talk about. Like, what I'm gonna do? Scare the money away? Scare the labels away? Because I want to keep talking about drama on the internet. It ain't nothing to talk about. So let them run with whatever the fuck they want to run with for TV and keep it cute. I don't give a fuck. I don't watch that shit. I don't keep up with that shit. It's a house full of drunk bitches that get whooped on every fucking day. I'm not in that bitch. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Yeah. Yeah.
We definitely get money. We definitely get
every
money,
day.
and I ain't got whooped on.
That's cute.
And I ain't got
That's
whooped
cute,
on.
and that's cool. That's cute, and that's cool. That's cute, and that's cool. But if it ain't a part of you, you wouldn't have responded like that. So I'm gonna keep it cute. Y'all enjoy y'all night.
Speaking of everybody,
y'all enjoy y'all night. bitches getting whooped on.
Let me tell you
bitches
something.
getting
Let me
whooped
tell you
on
something, baby.
TV.
I think you probably
Bitches getting whooped
intoxicated right
on
now.
TV.
I think you probably intoxicated right now.
What?
So I know Jay.
No,
and I ain't like how
no,
motherfuckers was handling
no,
you. So
no.
that's
I
why
know
I
what I'm
went live
saying.
with you to tell your
I
story.
know what I'm
But
saying.
I see you on
I know what
one.
I'm saying.
I
And you
see you
proving
on
my
one right
point even
now.
more.
I see you
You
on one
proving
right
my
now. You
point
give me
even
the same
more.
bitch I had
You
to whoop her
proving my
ass too.
point
So you
even
have a good
more.
night, love. Proving
You
what
proving
point?
my point
Proving
even
what point?
more.
Bitch,
Why
I
are you
don't got
offended?
proving what point? What point
Why
am I
are you
proving for you?
offended? You must have been getting whooped on
I'm not
too. Cause
offended,
why are
baby,
you
but when you
offended?
say drunk in the house, that's not all that's
So
going
what
on.
is the energy
Girl,
for?
good night.
What is the
Good
energy
night. I
for?
hope you
What's
get
the
a
energy
bag
for?
tonight, baby.
Good night. Bye. 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 Big Big B. Bitch, I'm never gonna bite my tongue for no bitch. Bitches in that bitch getting whooped on. You hear me? I got the footage. Nah, Tommy. Keep it cute, cause I fucked with you. I thought you was a real one. So why are you mad? Because I'm stating facts. I didn't put you in that boat. I fuck with you. Like I seen what I seen, and I didn't even put you in that boat. But I kept it 100. Bitches is on TV getting whooped, nigga. The fuck is y'all talking about me being set up for, nigga? The fuck? Ain't nobody upload the footage on that. And a lot of people had their cameras up. Why ain't nobody upload the footage of me being set up? Cause it's gonna fuck their whole little narrative up of being a baddie and putting me in a cage and doing this and doing that. Upload the footage. Until then, I ain't got nothing to talk about, bitch. If y'all want to feel like bitches did anything to me, run with it. I don't give a fuck what nobody is talking about. I don't want to talk about that.
So as you can see, like Rocky, they almost got into it because Rocky is really not here for it. You know, she don't want to give Zeus no extra ratings off her name. She not trying to get him no extra dollars off her name. And honestly, I do think that um Natalie, along with Zeus, you know, well, I'm not gonna actually speak on Zeus. I'm just gonna speak directly on Natalie because she's the only one doing it at the time. Is trying to bait Rocky into some kind of a situation on their platform with Stunna Girl. I feel like they're trying to play her drama out with Stunna Girl on their platform, and they're trying to bait her into coming in to the fold. You know, we talking up trash about you, throwing up dirt on your name. Eventually, you're gonna want to come on and clear your name. I think it's that kind of a situation, but Rocky's clearly not here for it. I also think that it's extremely messy for somebody that is damn near 50 years old. Yes, Tommy is that old to be sitting up here trying to stir up drama between two young girls in their 20s. Like, Tommy, you got daughters. Your daughter's in her 20s. Like, girl, like let's sit it on down, grandma. You know, at this point, Tommy, you like 50 years old, baby. You sitting up here with all this silicone and fillers and all this shit pumped up in your face, girl, looking like the bride of Chucky, girl. And I just don't understand why you feel the need to try to bring up a traumatic event, something that happened to this girl 5 years ago that almost caused her to lose her life. Like, I couldn't imagine being beat, stumped in my stomach to the point where I got to get it cut open, threw in a dog cage, robbed, humiliated, and have it all put online, have it all recorded and put on. I couldn't imagine that. And you trying to dig up all of that trauma and play it out on Instagram Live because you got snuck and beat up by the girl that did it. When you need to be going to get your homeboys, rallying up your troops to go handle Stunna Girl on your own and do your own street shit. Long story short, stop trying to drag Rocky and y'all beef. Cause she didn't already been through the fire with the shit. And also, I would like to make it a point that Stunna Girl has yet to speak on this issue. She has not spoken on it on the show, nor has she spoken on it off the show. And the reason being is, the statute of limitation is not up on this case. I don't even think the statute of limitations on kidnapping, I do believe, is like 10, 15. I don't know. I don't even know if there is a statute of limitations on kidnapping. But let me just break down for a second, the charges behind what actually happened. Because what actually happened was you actually premeditated a crime with a group of people. That is a RICO charge. You lied to somebody to get them to cross state lines so you can commit a felony assault and kidnapping on them. That is a federal charge, okay? Once you cross state lines to commit a crime or have somebody cross state lines for you to commit a crime, You are now facing federal charges, baby. The only reason why Stunna Girl, along with the men that she enlisted to commit the crime with her, did not go to jail and are not in jail to this minute right now is because Rocky has not went to the police. So at this point, all you have is a bunch of pictures online, a bunch of live videos of people talking about an incident that may or may not have happened. Nobody has a video of the actual occurrence. And Rocky has not spoken to the police, and she has not confirmed that this is actually, something that she wants to even press charges against Stunna Girl on, anything like that. I think Rocky was more concerned about protecting her street cred and her rap career more so than she was about protecting her own well-being. And that's why I think Rocky has, chucked it up to the streets, chucked it up as an L. Couldn't be me, because I would have everybody sleeping under the jail. I would have everybody sleeping under the jail, baby. I'm sorry. You did something like that to me, baby. Somebody got to get locked up. But yeah, so I just feel like at this point in time, Zeus needs to make better choices about who they're putting on these shows, because y'all are so concerned about ratings and y'all are so concerned about who's gonna be the next viral sensation off y'all show to make y'all show go viral, like Gutta did for Bad Boys Club or like Krishan did for Baddies. And it's like you're so concerned about the wrong things at this point. You're too concerned about the wrong things, because what you need to be concerned about is the lawsuits that you could face by Rocky for, perpetuating this trauma that happened to her. Because Natalie, you sit here glorifying this trauma like homegirl can't sue you for it or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And you being so close to Zeus and having such a position that's so high up in Zeus, I think you should be safeguarding their reputation a little bit better than putting gang affiliated people on TV shows. We can do better. So yeah, that's all I have, y'all. I ain't got no more. Stay tuned for my Baddies review. I'm gonna be uploading that shortly. And yeah, I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.